is disclosed the basic cause of muscular cramps and tears. A concept that until now for science and common society has been impossible to define and disclose. At its basic provoker causes is with respect to the muscular cramps, the which for who unknown by have never experienced, or if it has suffered and ignored it is known by that name, or at worst painful case of longer duration and relative incapacity suffered like muscular strains or tears, although in all cases rather are suffered by sportsmen and athletes. Also ordinary people unexpectedly experience in various attitudes of surprise, painful paralytic way, anywhere in the body, but especially in the lower extremities, and most common in calves, for always incapacitates someone to continue his normal practice, and also unable to explain why mysterious cause it occurs, for nor even medical science can immediately rehabilitate the patient with its anesthetic non-negative formulas, which are useless at these cases, and apparently not exist other choice but to keep forced rest until it is possible from one day to another, or in muscle tears and cramps by many more for successful self-regeneration, and return to sporting activities, without no to let experience and fear of possible recurrence of this crippling disease, whose causes are completely unknown, and its knowledge would be the desired solution. If not to remedy, yes to prevent and avoid them, for like this to reveal and let know that the basic cause of this is due to the ingestion of highly refined food items, scorched, roasted, fried, or simply too toasted and fried in part or entirely. For the intentional exposure and make it so, as is the cultural preference of usual business, because it more attractive, delicious and satisfying taste pleasant it means, overall for humans. Either by direct exposure to fire, boilings with essential heat in ovens, as is so common, toasted bread, fried in vegetable oil or animal fat to produce, frying vegetables or animals articles, such as roasted corn, flour and such a large diversity, that in potatoes are the most common commercial world demand, for precisely to expel the most important and valuable essential positive original energy and natural liquid flow, to make them lacking of that, and although it is known nor ignored that, for so more negative become, and among much to favor cellulite permanent evolutionary lag, to produce organic decomposition or obesity, nobody can to deny that at that way, more attractive and exquisite all it became and it is, but in closing a known or ignored misleading risk on health damage, still more possible when at usual excess are consumed over, not only to promote the well-known cause such as cellulite or obesity, but even also very scarce energy for conscious, and in cases of people of considerable forced activity at sports, athletic, or labor, etc., like these muscle tears or cramps, that can be avoided at will, as long as they have this knowledge of their cause, and avoid eating any like this food product, as well as highly refined, and less at excess, and whose effective cause that explains that this is provoked is due because, by so to be the original integral food elements positively diminished, are most negatively converted and of inferior low quality and scarce positive energy. For after being transformed into liquid blood and joined in circulatory currents, its relative quality is therefore tending to go towards the lower body's proportion and inferior limbs, for generally and then converted as organic matter, into germ cells radically located at calf muscles, and by its extreme residual negative quality, with an extraordinary liquid absorbency relative, for so precisely by evident lack of muscular fluency to provoke dryness, for of eventual unpredictable way, to cause this muscle lesion when is made a violent effort or movement, an athletic activity, work, etc., and whose curative treatment should not be attempted with artificial medical products, which salves, ointments, friction, because its effect, although it is unsatisfactory relief, is also relatively misleading, of only suffocation and push of the sick and possible admission into central core of bones for so to facilitate its imperceptible worst consequent unnoticed evolution. For them to emerge converted as rheumatism, and or osteoporosis, of supposed apparent mysterious and ignored origin, today here so well explained. But better, simply to rest, and if you want to favorably hurry the real healing regeneration, just implement simple mud poultices made with clean earth and water, with considerable lasting permanence to dry them, while it extracts the sick quality, taking off the pain, and helps self-organic regeneration. Who's it gotten with the vegetable diet juices of it, and abundant natural water? Should also to point out that in these cases and even by possible inflammation by blows, or strains, etc., neither they should be medically treated, nor as is usually to apply ice packs, or simple direct ice on it, because it is also extreme negative energy, which in spite its anesthetic effect on, is of successful pain mitigation. De-ice also make the same misleading and detrimental effect on, as also of usual way or drunk it cause relative paralysis in hand, fingers or toes.